Well, today was an awesome day if you like silver. If you are a silver stacker, type silver stacker in the comments. If you are a silver bug, type silver bug in the comments below. Had a massive rally in silver for a Friday close. I was excited to do this video, but I waited until the metals markets closed to record it because I wanted to give you guys accurate information. So silver closed today at 38 per Kitco at $38.44 an ounce. That is a gain of $1.38 per troy ounce, and that's almost 4% on the day. I just read something I'll share with you, an article where I believe this is since April, silver has gained 34%. So this is a substantial rally. It broke through a whole lot of resistance levels to get here. And again, love to get your thoughts and comments. Is this the start of the long-awaited, bull run that we've been waiting for? Again, you have to go back 13 years to a time when silver was at this level. Okay, that's really something. It's a big deal. It's meaningful. If you guys have been in the silver space like I have for, 13, 14 years now, you'll probably understand that silver's all-time high was hit January 18th of 1980. Yes, 1980, and silver closed at $49.45 per troy ounce on that day. Some of the statistics say that intraday high on January 18th of 1980 was $50.50. But then it took from 1980 until April of 2011 for silver to get back just close to that number, and it reached $48.70 per troy ounce. And it says at the time, that spike was fueled by concerns about monetary inflation and the solvency of governments. Does that ring a familiar bell to any of you? But what's been going on since 1980 and of course since 2011 is, inflation, right? So when you adjust for inflation using the official U.S. Consumer Price Index, the peak silver price would today equal between $140 and $165 per troy ounce. So are we on our way to triple-digit silver? Obviously, we got to take out previous all-time high, but it appears to me, and I'll share the story with you now, that we are on our way. Obviously, this is not trading advice. I'm not telling you to run out and buy silver. I own this stuff. I've owned it for a lot of years. I buy it in bullion form. I buy some of the fun coins as well. Got to have some pandas. I've got some of these 1.5 ounce Canadian coins from 2016 and 17. That's the grizzly bear. I've got one here as well, which is the white falcon from 2016. This is 4.9 silver. Hopefully that's focusing in for you guys to take a look at. So, the stuff is just fun. Of course, you got to have, your silver eagles, your 1 ounce American silver eagles in the collection. But whether you stack this stuff in bar form, 90% silver or junk silver, whether you like some of the proof coins, it's still, this is exciting, okay, because it's been a long process to even get back to these numbers. So let me share the article with you out of Kitco today. Silver is once again, it says, attracting significant investor attention as it experiences a meaningful technical breakout ahead of the weekend. Earlier in the week, it said silver attempted to break above $37 an ounce, but the rally encountered solid selling pressure. However, prices managed to maintain healthy support above $36 an ounce. By Thursday, investors were making another run at the $37 level, and follow-through buying on Friday has pushed prices above $38 an ounce. Silver spot last traded at printing of this article this morning at $38.09 an ounce, ends up, it says, up 3% on both the daily and weekly charts. So we know it closed at 38.44, so another 35 cents, even higher than this article was talking about. Incredible technical breakout, according to Philip Streibel, chief market strategist at Blue Line Futures. He noted that silver is benefiting from rising gold and copper prices. The gray metal is viewed as both a critical monetary metal or asset and industrial commodity. So this week, copper, and this is important, there is a tie-in here with copper, folks. Copper saw its biggest one-day rally in history, surging 13% after Trump announced a 50% tariff on copper imports. So this is a mad rush to bring copper into the U.S. has driven the premium between COMEX and the London Metals Exchange to an unprecedented high. Although copper futures have pulled back slightly from midweek highs, they're still on track to close the week at a record high above $5.50 a pound. He says that, the Streibel says that he expects some of copper's momentum to filter through silver. But it's not just copper prices driving silver's rally. He also noted that silver has been the last, and I would agree with this, the last of the precious metals to see a significant breakout. Platinum prices have nearly gone parabolic over the last 7 weeks, approaching $1,500 an ounce. Platinum has rallied 66% from its April lows when it was sitting below $900 an ounce. You guys remember the days when platinum was actually, spot price of platinum was higher than gold. Meanwhile, silver had been trading between $28 and $34 an ounce for most of the year. Investor interest, it says, began to pick up in June as prices rallied to $36 an ounce. But then, of course, as I recall, it kind of got pushed back down a bit. It says we're seeing a strong rotation into silver. He said it's silver's turn. So do you guys think that it's silver's turn, or is this going to be another head fake? Okay, here we go. Silver is now up 34% from its April lows. This guy says compared to gold and platinum, silver still has room to play catch up. And again, you talk about narrowing of the gold to silver ratio. I think potentially, again, just my layperson's perspective, this thing's got some room to run. Okay, because we've been sitting at, you know, historically very, very high silver to gold ratios. Looking ahead, many analysts remain extremely bullish on silver, citing a perfect storm of robust industrial demand and rising investment interest amid an ongoing supply deficit. Listen to this. On Thursday, the Silver Institute reported that physical holdings in global silver-backed exchange-traded products rose to 1.13 billion ounces in the first half of 2025, just 7% below the peak of 1.21 billion ounces set in February of 2021. With net inflows of 95 million ounces in the first half of 2025, silver ETP investment has already surpassed the total for all of last year, according to the Institute. This surge reflects increasingly bullish price expectations. Aaron Hill, chief analyst at FP Markets, said he expects silver prices to maintain their uptrend as supply struggles to keep pace with demand. In June, when silver crossed $35 an ounce, a commodity analyst at TD Securities said that $50 had become a viable target. Again, leave your thoughts below. I think $50 is a no-brainer. Have you guys ever heard the term, there's no such thing as a triple top? Right? We've already had two. Okay, one in 1980, one in 2011. So is it now going to blow right through 50 and keep going? Again, what's to stop it from doing so? It says our estimates of LBMA's silver free float now stand at their lowest level in recorded history, which was according to TDS analysts in a Thursday note. With only 155 million ounces of silver freely available for purchase, the market structure is critically challenged. Silver's illusion of the liquidity tells us the market will only rebalance through some form of a squeeze on physical. Okay, so pay attention to this. Do your own research on it. Obviously, you know, you don't want to be necessarily chasing a top. We're not at a top yet. So the question is, you know, if you buy some now, will you look back, you know, in a year or two from now, you know, when it's much higher and say, I'm glad I did that. Again, not telling you to go out, rush out and buy silver, but I just really encouraged to see this today. And so I wanted to bring you what I think is, you know, a happy story, if you will, or some good news, especially if you are into silver. So thank you guys for supporting the channel. Appreciate it. If you like the content, give me a like. And also, please subscribe to the channel. If you're not subscribed, also please make sure that you haven't been unsubscribed, as I've been hearing that is also happening. And as always, leave your thoughts, your comments. I do my best. I do read the comments, do my best to respond as time permits. Hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day today. And I will be out, you know, probably over the weekend with some more content. So once again, thanks a lot, and let's see where this goes. The markets fell under some pressure today. Just in closing here, Trump came out and I think announced a 35% tariff starting August 1st on Canada. That didn't sit too well with the markets. I see the 10-year was spiking again. I think it's back over 4.4%, something like that. So let's watch the 10-year. And with that being said, let's enjoy what's going on with the metals markets right now. Talk to y'all soon. Bye.